Hello everyone, good morning to all. Myself Ashwin Nayak. From today, let we start 9 social science. In the geographical part, chapter 5, the land resource of Karnataka. So in this chapter, we have to learning in the main objectives are to studying the pattern of land uses in the Karnataka and the importance of this the types of farming and the distributions of the land and the important crops of Karnataka and its the production. So these are all informations we have to study it in this class. So Karnataka is a geographical well placed. It has the varied physical features is that. So soil, vegetation, minerals, water and groundwater resource is to be available. So land is the most important natural resources. It proper use as unable to that the states as not developed. So when we that states is be developed, we have to use the states development. And the land utilization, the use of the land for the various purposes is called that is the land utilization. Okay, once again says that the land utilization, use of land for various purpose is called land utilization. So under this title are include that cultivable land, forest areas, the fallow land, and for this residential purposes, for the constructions of roadways, railways, dams, canals, barren land, and then land used for this the grazing purpose, and then etc. uses. So proper utilization for the land is the foundation for this economic condition. Okay, look at that image. So in this land utilization, it is to used for this in the various ways to construction of this dam, road, agricultural, and then railways, canals. So extras to land used for this the grazing purposes to the used for this land. So Karnataka has 19.05 lakh hectares of agricultural areas. It is to be used for this followings. So in the utilizations of Karnataka in geographical areas, the 19.05 lakhs hectare of geographical the area is to be available. Okay, look at that. The net area slope, it is to be used in the 58.10%, and then forest area, it is to be used in the 14.50 percentage, and land not available area for this cultivation, it is to be 10.20 percentage is there, and then others uncultivated lands, it is to be the 7.20 percentage, and also the fallow land, it is to be the 9.50 percentage. So in these types of percentage of different kinds of these lands to use is there. Okay, and then first one, the pattern of land, the utilizations in the Karnataka. So pattern of this land, it is to be utilized in the Karnataka. And that first one, the net area, the swan. So the distribution of net swan is not yet the same all over the state. It is to be not the same for this all over the state. It is to be divided for this the various types. We have to see the Gulbarga districts as the largest area to under the cultivable land, and it followed by, look at it, Karnataka, Belagavi, Vijayapur, Raichur, Bagalkote, Tumkur, Chitradurga, Ballari, and then Mysore districts. It is to be the under cultivable land in the states. So the Bangalore districts has the least net area sown due to the widespread urbanization, and to the Dakshina Kannada, Udupi, Kodagu, Uttar Karnataka have the less cultivable to the land. And the next, the second, the pattern of this land utilization, it is to the forest areas. So the forest area is to distributed for this in the large areas in Uttar Karnataka districts. And in Chikkamangaluru, Kudagu, Chamrajnagar, Shimoga, Belagavi, Dakshin Kannada, Ballari, Udupi. So districts also to have sufficiently the large forest areas. So the Vijayapura has the least forested areas. Even the Bangalore rural, Raichur, Bidar, Gulbarga districts has to be the less forest to the area is distributed for this the land utilization in the Karnataka. And the next one, the land not available for cultivation. So land is used for this cultivation, but for this in the others purposes. It's like the roads, railroads, residence industries, and agricultural products. And it used for this land such development purposes to be increased. So Bangalore urban districts is the first place is given such a used for this purpose. It is to be followed by Shimoga, Tumkur, Ballari, Belagavi, Dakshina Kannada, Mysore districts. It should be least in Bidar districts. It is to the modernate in the others districts. It will be that used for these lands in purposes for this various field. And then next, the other cultivation land. It is to be used on the 7.20 percentage. So in this land, to use the consist of this permanent grazing land, the tree and groves, it is to be found the largely in the Shimoga, Kolara, Tumkuru, Chitradurga, and then Chikmagaluru districts. And it is to be used in uncultivated land. It is to least in Gadag, Bagalkot, and then Dharwad districts, such as to be keen reclaimed and used for this agriculture areas. And then fifth one, the fallow land. It land has not been cultivated for this more than 2 or 3 years is called that is the fallow land. So in this land, it is to be used in our state for only for 9.50 percentage. So Kalburgi districts has to be largest area to follow the fallen land. It is to be followed by the Raichur, Koppala, Tumkur districts, Belagavi is there for this. They little follow in this Chikmagaluru, Kodagu, Mysuru, Uttar Karnataka, and Udupi districts. It is to little the follows to lands used in these places. Such lands areas have to be increased in these districts. Such land also to can be the reclaimed and utilized for this in the agricultural purpose. So in these fallen areas we have to see it is be used for this the 9.50 percentage. And then next we have to see the utilizations in the agricultural field in Karnataka. The cultivations of this land for raising this crop is called the agriculture. The cultivations of this land for raising the crops is called the agriculture. In animal husbandry, popularity, beekeeping and sericulture and include that under agriculture. It is to nearly the 61.4 of these people, the Karnataka are in the rural areas and they depend on agriculture for their livelihood. And then importance of agriculture. So agriculture is one of the ancient and primary occupations of Karnataka. The most of these people, it is to be used at the base of this agricultural purpose. It is the main source for the livelihood for the many others. It is the backbone of the state's economy. Economic progress to depend on the agricultural field. So it is the backbone of the entire state's economy. The economic progress to depend on agricultural. So agricultural provides the employment of these people. It also provides a food for these people and the raw material to industries. It is a source for revenue to the state and earn the foreign exchange to the coffee, silk, spices, tobacco, and then cotton. So, etc. are the agricultural products which are important. So, agricultural products which are exported in the states. So the agriculture helps in the development of territory occupations like the transport, the banking, insurance, so etc. It plays an important role in political and the social system of these states. It is to be used in banking system, the banking insurance like the transportation. So it is to very important role in political and social systems of the state to be used or to adopting the agricultural field. And the next, the types of cultivation. So in this Karnataka, we have to see the different kinds of crops growing to the according of this, the size of land holding, the land fertility, and availability of the water, and the amount of rainfall, the climate, the physical features, and the market facilities, etc. We have to see the types of cultivations are classified according to this, the factors. Look at this. The substance farming, the irrigation farming, the dry farming, and mixed farming, shifting cultivation, commercial farming, and then plantation farming. So in these types of these cultivations, we have to see in this Karnataka state to adapt it therefore in the agricultural field. At the first one, the types of cultivations. In the first one, the irrigation farming. So what is the meaning of irrigation farming? So the crops grow by using water from canals, tanks or well is called to the irrigation. So irrigations means the crops grown by the using the water from canals, tanks or well is used to that is called, that is the canal system. The canal system of this farming. The paddy and sugarcane are the main crop for this under this the farming. And the next one, the dry farming. So in these cultivations of these crops which depend on only a rain is called the dry farming. So ಒಣ ಬೇಸಾಯ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. It is only depend on this the rain. ಮಳೆಯನ್ನೇ ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು we have to see there in this Karnataka. It is to be to growing for this example ragi, jawra and then oil seeds we have to see in this the dry farming. And then the next one, the plantation farming. So the cultivation of the few annual crops on the large estates for these crops for earning money is called the plantation system. The cultivation for a few annual crops on large estate for this purpose of earning money is called the plantation. For example, so in these plantation farms, the people has to grow the coffee, tea, rubber, coke, etc. So it is the plantation farming. And then next, the commercial farming. So crops that are grown not for this domestic markets but also for this the international market comes under the commercial farming. For example, so in this commercial farmings to people has to grow this tobacco, cotton and then jute. So etc. crops to growing we have to see there in this commercial farming. And then next, subsistence farming. So in these crops so which are growing by that farmer for this home consumption, the home consumption and not for this market, it is called the subsistence farming. Okay, once again says that the crops which are growing by the farmers for home consumption and not for the market is called subsistence farming. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರು ತಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಯೂಸಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ ಹೊರತು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಗೆ ಹಿಂಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಂಥವುದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸಬ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಏನ್ಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ದ ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಶನ್. And then the nowadays we have to see there the mixed farming. Mixed farming, the types of gaining the popularity. In addition to growing the crops, the dairy farming, the silkworm and then sheep rearing, the popularity of this, the beekeeping, the fishery, so etc. farms to take up it is called and the mixed farming. To people it has to the farming for this the various kinds types, the animal husbandry, dairy and then growing crop, the sheep rearing, poultries and then beekeeping and then fishery. So in these types to people it has to use it in that the mixed farming. And the next we have to see there the major crops of Karnataka. So which are the major crops of this Karnataka? So like it is to be the different types of this farming is there under the different crops in this Karnataka. The main reason for this the soil, climate, conditions, the release features to irrigation facilities, traditions of this farming and the marketing for this agricultural production. The crops of this Karnataka can be classified into the crops paddy, ragi, maize and this pulse, the mills. And in commercial crops is sugarcane, cotton, tobacco and then mulberry. And then next the oil seeds to the groundnut, coconut, aereo, coconut, the rubber sorry. The oils is the groundnut, nigger seeds, and then sesame and the sunflower, etc. And then plantation farms to the coffee, coconut, the rubbers, and then banana. So in addition to these types of this agricultural crops is to be using to studying the major the crops of this Karnataka. Okay, thank you for watching this video. In my next class I will continue the next topic. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.